bloody slap the shit out of this bitch if I saw this bitch in real life. What would you do? Slap this bitch?
Alright, let's be real for a second. If you've been on Roblox recently, you've probably seen Steal a Brainrot all over the front page. Millions of visits, thousands of players. So today, we're talking about why Steal a Brainrot sucks, why it's everything wrong with modern Roblox games, and why people keep playing it anyway. First off, let's talk about the gameplay. What do you actually do in Steal a Brainrot? You walk around, you grab something, you run back to your base, you repeat that. Over and over. And over again. There's no real skill, no strategy, no depth. It's just a loop designed to keep your brain turned off. The game practically plays itself, and after 5 minutes, you've already seen everything it has to offer. It's pure Brainrot content. The name isn't ironic. This game is actual Brainrot. Random memes, loud sounds, bright colors, and chaos everywhere. None of it means anything. It's not funny, it's not clever, and it's not creative. It's just noise meant to keep kids clicking and staying in the server. This isn't humor, this is content slop. It exists only for cash. Let's not pretend this game was made with passion. Everything about Steal a Brainrot screams engagement farming. Game passes everywhere, boosts everywhere, paid to and mechanics baked straight into the design. The devs don't care if the game is fun. They care if you stay long enough to spend Robux. That's it. So why is this game popular? Simple. Low attention span plus Roblox's algorithm. The game is easy. Anyone can play it. You don't need skill, thinking, or effort. Roblox pushes it, kids pile in, numbers go up, and suddenly it's on the front page forever. Popularity does not equal quality. The sad part is Roblox actually has good games. Such as Pillar Chase 2, games with atmosphere, effort, and creativity. But instead of those getting attention, we get games like Steal a Brainrot lazy, repetitive, and soulless because they're optimized to farm players instead of entertain them. Now there's something else people keep saying that honestly makes no sense. I've seen players defend the dev by saying, "Oh, he's Christian, okay." Let's actually think about that for a second. Because if someone genuinely takes Christianity seriously, why would they make an entire game based on Italian Brainrot memes that when translated straight up mock God? Just look at this. These are some Italian Brainrot names in English, and they literally mock God. It's so disgusting. And people like Italian Brainrot. A lot of these phrases aren't just random nonsense. In English, they're literally jokes about God, blasphemous lines, or mock religious humor. You can laugh it off and say it's just memes, but you don't get to claim religious values and profit off content that directly contradicts them. You can't play both sides. You care about your faith and what it represents, or you're using religion as a shield to deflect criticism while cashing in on Brainrot content. Calling the dev Christian doesn't magically make the game better. And it definitely doesn't excuse the lack of effort or the content itself. If your defense of a game relies on the dev's religion instead of the game's quality, that already tells me the game isn't good. It's rotting kids' minds, and this is where it stops being just a dumb Roblox game. Games like Steal a Brainrot are actively corrupting kids' minds, not in some cartoon villain way, but by training an entire generation to be addicted to noise, nonsense, and zero-effort content. Kids aren't learning problem-solving. They aren't using creativity. They aren't even really playing. Kids aren't learning problem-solving. They aren't using creativity. They aren't even really playing. They're just consuming flashing colors, loud sounds, and meaningless memes on loop until their brains are fried. This kind of game destroys attention spans. Everything has to be instant. Instant rewards, instant dopamine, instant stimulation. If something takes more than 5 seconds to understand, kids quit. That mindset doesn't stay in Roblox, it follows them into school, relationships, and real life. That's not entertainment, that's conditioning. Every generation after this, and the scariest part? This doesn't stop with one group of kids. Every generation after this grows up on even worse versions of the same slop. Louder. Faster. Dumber. If this is what kids are raised on, we're not building smarter players, we're building people who can't focus, can't think critically, and can't create anything original. That's how you ruin generations from here on out. And this goes way deeper than just kids liking dumb games. If this kind of Brainrot content keeps being normalized, every generation after this risks growing up with a broken sense of how life even operates. When you raise kids on constant stimulation, zero effort, and meaningless rewards, you don't just change how they play games, you change how they think, learn, and function. Life doesn't give instant rewards. Success doesn't come from spamming buttons. Real progress takes patience, focus, and effort, but games like this teach the opposite. That mindset follows people into the real world. School feels boring, jobs feel unbearable, relationships feel like work. Anything that isn't fast, loud, or immediately rewarding gets ignored. And when enough people grow up like that, it doesn't just affect individuals, it affects society. That's how you end up with generations that struggle to think critically, struggle to communicate, and struggle to build anything meaningful. Each generation raised on this kind of content raises the next one with even lower standards, even shorter attention spans, and even less tolerance for effort. That's how you slowly ruin how life operates, from education, to work ethic, to creativity, to culture itself, not overnight, not all at once, but piece by piece. And Roblox allows it. They push these games because they're profitable, not because they're healthy. As long as kids are clicking and spending Robux, nothing changes, quality dies, creativity dies, and Brainrot becomes the standard. And all of this leads to one obvious conclusion. Roblox has become a money-hungry company that doesn't care about anyone or anything except profit. They don't promote games because they're creative. They don't promote games because they're meaningful. They promote whatever keeps players clicking, staying longer, and spending Robux. That's why games like Steal a Brainrot dominate the platform. Back in old Roblox, things were different. Games were made because people actually wanted to make something fun. Developers experimented. Players stuck around because the gameplay was good, not because the game shoved game passes in your face every 5 seconds. It was perfect, and it had soul. Now, Roblox feels like a corporate storefront disguised as a game platform. And let's be honest, Roblox knows exactly who their main audience is: kids. They know kids are easier to hook, easier to manipulate with flashy effects, easier to push into microtransactions. Instead of protecting them, Roblox monetizes them. That's not community at first, that's profit at first. Just like how they banned Schlep for getting 6 pedophiles arrested, Roblox says they are protecting kids, but doing that is just helping more pedophiles get more kids as their victims. Old Roblox encouraged creativity and imagination. Modern Roblox encourages addiction and spending. And when a platform chooses money over people, this is the kind of content you get: lazy, brain-rotting games that exist only to farm attention and Robux. And then there's the funniest part of all this: kids will genuinely lose their minds if someone steals their Brainrot in this game, screaming in chat, spamming reports, typing essays about how it's unfair. Like, relax, little Timmy. It's not that serious. You didn't lose your house. You didn't lose real money. Someone took a digital meme item that means absolutely nothing outside that server. The way these kids act, you'd think it was a national tragedy. I got robbed. This game is sulfur monoxide unfair, admin. Bro, the entire point of the game is stealing. If your emotional stability collapses because someone played the game correctly, maybe the problem isn't the other player. And honestly, this just exposes how bad the game design is, when the only emotion a game creates is anger, crying, and keyboard smashing over nonsense. That's not engagement, that's frustration bait. The game isn't fun, it's just stressful, loud, and annoying. Imagine getting genuinely upset over someone stealing your Brainrot when you could just close Roblox and go do literally anything else. And Roblox sees this behavior and thinks, perfect. They're emotionally invested. Push it harder. They'll start screaming about admin abuse, even when you're just playing the game normally. Report him, he's cheating. Admin please ban, buddy. The game is literally called Steal a Brainrot. Someone stealing your stuff is not abuse, it's the core mechanic. You'd think you stole their lunch money, their house, and their Wi-Fi all at once. But no, it's a pixelated joke item that resets the moment you leave the server. That level of meltdown over nothing just shows how emotionally unhealthy this kind of game design is. And Roblox loves this. Drama equals engagement. Rage equals time spent. Crying kids equals more retention. So instead of fixing it, they amplify it. If a game can make kids threaten admin reports over fake items, that's not fun, that's psychological bait. Another thing that blows my mind is how kids treat this game like it's real life. They act like stealing their Brainrot is a personal attack, like you targeted them specifically, like you woke up and chose violence against their entire bloodline. Bro, It's a Roblox server that resets in 10 minutes. Nothing you earn in this game matters. None of it transfers. None of it lasts. Yet kids act like their future is on the line. This game also shows how little resilience it builds. The moment something doesn't go their way, it's instant meltdown mode. Crying in chat, blaming admins, blaming hackers, blaming the game. Never once stopping to think, oh, maybe I just lost. If losing a fake meme item causes that much stress, real life is going to hit hard. And the funniest part, everyone acts the exact same. Same insults, same complaints, same threats, same copy-paste rage messages. It's like the game doesn't just steal Brainrot, it manufactures it. Nobody's thinking. Nobody's original. It's just NPC behavior on repeat. And here's the real issue. The game rewards this behavior. The louder you rage, the more attention you get, the more chaos. The more fun the game pretends to be. So kids learn that throwing tantrums equals engagement. That's a terrible lesson. From the outside, this whole thing is just embarrassing. Imagine explaining this to someone who doesn't play Roblox. Yeah, kids scream and threaten reports because someone stole a meme called Brainrot. That's not entertainment. That's digital daycare chaos. And Roblox looks at all of this, the crying, the spam, the rage, and says, yep, this is perfect. Push it to the front page. I swear, the moment you steal someone's Brainrot, kids start acting like you just committed a war crime. All caps, misspelled threats, typing so fast you can smell the panic through the screen. Give it back. Admin abuse. Am reporting you. My brother in Roblox. It's a PNG with a meme name. These kids will willingly join a game called Steal a Brainrot and then be absolutely shocked when something gets stolen. That's like walking into a pool and crying because you got wet. No thoughts, no awareness, just vibes. And keyboard smashing. They'll talk crazy in chat too. I will get you banned. My dad works for Roblox. Wait till admin joins. Buddy, your dad barely knows how to turn on the TV. Relax. The emotional stability is hanging on by a thread. One steal and it's .crying, .reporting, .threatening, spamming emojis, calling you every insult they learned yesterday, all over something that disappears the second the server shuts down. That's not rage, that's a skill issue mixed with Brainrot addiction. And they all sound the same. Same insults, same complaints, same dramatic typing. It's like Roblox hit copy plus paste on personalities. At this point, the game isn't steal a Brainrot, it's create an NPC. If stealing a fake item in a Roblox game causes a full mental breakdown, I genuinely fear what happens when homework is hard, the Wi-Fi goes out, or life says no. That's not toughness, that's digital fragility. Some of these players act unbelievably dumb the second their Brainrot gets stolen. No thinking. No reading comprehension, no awareness of the game they voluntarily clicked, just pure panic and rage over a pixel that means nothing. You'll see players with the decision-making skills of a loading screen. They run into a game called Steal a Brainrot, lose their item, and immediately start crying like the concept of stealing was personally invented to target them. That's not bad luck, that's just stupidity in motion. One steal, and it's instant meltdown. Screaming in chat. Spam reporting, threatening bans, typing essays nobody will read, all because they lost digital nonsense that responds faster than their temper. That's not passion, that's a weak mental build. The louder they get, the dumber it sounds. All caps doesn't make you correct, spamming admin doesn't make you a victim, crying doesn't make the game unfair, it just makes you look ridiculous in front of everyone else in the server. And somehow they all act the same. Same insults, same threats, same misspelled rage messages, no personality, no originality. Just copy-paste stupidity on repeat. At this point, you're not playing Roblox, you're watching a low-budget AI fail a Turing test. Here's something people barely notice while crying about stolen Brainrot. This game literally mocks God. Yeah, the dev calls it fun or just memes, but when you translate some of the Italian phrases in the game, they're blasphemous jokes about God. Literal mockery. Stuff you'd expect people to raise an eyebrow at, and yet, nobody cares. It's especially funny when people defend the dev by saying, he's Christian, okay. Cool. If that's true, why would someone make an entire game built around mocking God? That's not faith. That's PR cover while cashing in on Brainrot nonsense. The irony here is insane. The game mocks religion, players ignore it, and Roblox keeps promoting it because it's profitable. It's hypocrisy squared. The worst part. Games like this normalize disrespect. Kids are playing, laughing at blasphemous lines, and thinking it's funny. No context. No moral compass. Just chaos, memes, and dopamine. It's not just lazy design. It's cultural conditioning, and people shrug it off because, hey, it's Roblox. Meanwhile, these same players are losing their minds over stolen items, crying in chat like their lives are ruined. They can't see that the real issue isn't a lost pixel, it's that the game they worship is literally making fun of sacred things and nobody bats an eye. It's almost tragic if it weren't so ridiculous. So yeah, kids cry, scream, and spam admin requests over fake items. While the game literally mocks God and no one cares, that's not just bad design. That's peak modern Roblox, chaos, Brainrot, and zero respect profitable, of course. Let's get real, Steal a Brainrot doesn't just waste time, it actively mocks God. Some of the phrases in the game, when translated from Italian to English, are straight-up irreverent jokes about God. Not subtle humor, not harmless memes. Actual mockery. And what's wild is, everyone is fine with it. Nobody complains. Nobody questions it. Just pixels, chaos, and screaming kids. It's like watching a game openly spit on something sacred, and people are too busy arguing over who stole their Brainrot to even notice. And then, as if that makes it okay, people defend the dev by saying, he's Christian. Cool. Great. Then why make a game that literally turns sacred concepts into jokes? That's like someone claiming they care about manners while hosting a dinner where the table gets thrown in the air every 5 minutes. You can't have both. Claim religion, cash in on chaos, mock sacred things, and expect people to respect it. That's hypocrisy on full display. And if you think the problem is just the game, think again. Even the good Roblox YouTubers Creecraft, Infinite Lists, and so many more have moved on to Steal a Brainrot. And why? Not because they actually want to play it, not because it's good, fun, or creative. No. They do it because it gets views. The algorithm pushes chaos. Kids click. Numbers go up. Cash flows in. And suddenly, even respected creators are playing this nonsense and making it seem like it matters. And here's the worst part, when popular YouTubers do it, it normalizes the nonsense. Kids see their favorite creators losing it over a stolen Brainrot item and think, yeah, this is what's worth caring about. Suddenly, the entire player base starts behaving like the NPCs I was talking about earlier: keyboard smashing meltdowns, drama over nothing, and obsession over meaningless pixels. The platform doesn't just encourage Brainrot. It's rewarding it, and YouTubers are part of the problem. So while the dev mocks God, the game rots minds, and Roblox profits, the YouTubers line up like it's a circus because clicks are king, and the algorithm doesn't care about creativity or morality. It's views over virtue. And that's the state of Roblox in 2026. So while the dev mocks God, the game rots minds, and Roblox profits, the YouTubers line up like it's a circus because clicks are king, and the algorithm doesn't care about creativity or morality. It's views over virtue. And that's the state of Roblox in 2026. Kids see Creecraft, Infinite Lists, and others losing their minds over stolen Brainrot items and think, wow, this must be a game one need to play too. Suddenly, millions of subscribers are hopping on the game not because it's fun or well made, but because their favorite creators legitimized it. So YouTubers chasing views are unintentionally fueling the Brainrot epidemic, training the next generation to chase chaos over creativity. And that's the scariest part. This isn't just Steal a Brainrot, this is the future of Roblox, and the future of Roblox on YouTube. Games designed purely for chaos, Brainrot, and clicks, kids addicted to meaningless dopamine loops instead of learning or creating, YouTubers chasing views instead of quality content, Roblox rewarding profit over creativity, fun, or safety. It's a perfect storm. This is what every new generation of players will grow up on: loud, flashy chaos over thought-out gameplay, meme-based content over meaningful design, drama over stolen pixels instead of strategy, viral Brainrot amplified by influencers. And if nothing changes, it only gets worse. Every new game will chase attention and Robux instead of fun, and every YouTube video will chase views instead of skill, creativity, originality. Steal a Brainrot isn't just a dumb Roblox game. It's chaos disguised as content, mocking sacred things, rotting minds, and rewarding the loudest. Dumbest behavior. Kids are losing it over stolen pixels. YouTubers are chasing views over quality, Roblox is cashing in while creativity dies. And the worst part? This isn't a one-off. This is the blueprint for the future of Roblox for every game, every player, every video. Brainrot, chaos, and clicks over fun, originality, and skill. So, the next time someone tells you it's just a Roblox game, remember, it's not just a game. It's a symptom of what happens when a platform values profit over people, chaos over creativity, and virality over decency. If you enjoyed this rant, smash that like button, comment your thoughts, and share it with someone who needs to see what's really happening to Roblox. And remember, don't let the Brainrot win.